Hello my dear students, this is Sushil, lecturer in physics from the Shakti PU College. So today we are going to discuss about few important concepts and topics for the KCET, that is Karnataka Common Entrance Test. So the first topic what we are going to discuss today is nothing but units and measurements. So I'm going to solve few important problems and few basic and simple problems that will help us to understand the concept and build confidence. See my dear students, it's all game of basics. What you need to understand, what you need to practice is all from starting from simple problems and taking to a different level. So never ever start from complicated problems. Why? Because that will put your confidence down. So we need to understand that slowly I need to build the concepts, I need to build the problems and then attack the major problems. So here am I to help you all to build those basic concepts, to understand the difficulties level and to help you all to get that rank 1 in your KCET. So my dear students, here we have the first question. So you can see there the first question is the unit of coefficient of viscosity in SI system is. So you have option A, that is meter per kilogram second, option B, meter second per kilogram square, option C, kilogram per meter second square, and option D, kilogram per meter second. So now my dear students, the moment you see this question, I can see that, or I can say that most of you or some of you will panic because you are seeing the word coefficient of viscosity. So as I have told you that the first and simple thing what you need to understand is attack or understand the basics. So the basic or the important concept over here is nothing but this word viscosity. So my dear students, what do you mean by the term viscosity? Okay, what do you mean by the term viscosity? So can I say that viscosity is nothing but it is the property of a fluid that resists the motion between the layers? Yes or no? So what is viscosity? It is a property of a fluid that resists the motion or the relative motion between the layers. Now with the help of this definition, with the help of this term viscosity, I will talk about something called as viscous force. So we have a formula. Viscous force is nothing but, okay, what's the formula? It is area into coefficient of viscosity into what you have? du by dy. Now what is du by dy? It's a velocity gradient, yes or no? Okay, so I have a formula that's nothing but the viscous force is nothing but area into coefficient of viscosity into velocity gradient. Now let me play with the formula. So can I say that viscosity is nothing but you have the viscous force divided by area into the velocity gradient. Now let me start writing the SI unit. What is the SI unit of force? That is Newton per meter square is the SI unit of area. Now what about velocity gradient? Let's make it simple. So velocity gradient can be written as meter per second divided by meter. Okay, so I can write velocity gradient as 1 by second. I hope everybody is understanding this step. So velocity gradient can be written as 1 by second. So can I write here as 1 by second? So can I say this formula will become, what it will become? It will become Newton second per meter square. Please understand, I'm getting this formula as Newton second per meter square. But is that matching with my options? Can you see in the options, do I have them? No. Why? Because please understand my dear students, this is the MKS unit. So this is my MKS unit. Now the same thing, if I have to write in terms of CGS, can I write it as, what will I write it as CGS? Newton in CGS system is called as dyne. So dyne second per centimeter square. So it becomes in CGS. And now let me write the same answer in terms of what I need, that is SI unit. So I know that. So let me take up the MKS unit. So I know that Newton can be written as in terms of force, that is mass into acceleration. So I can write it as kg meter per second square into what I have, second divided by meter square. So can I simplify this and write it as second and second gets cancelled. When this goes to the numerator, what happens? I get kg meter to the power minus 1 second to the power minus 1. So can you observe now on the options? Can you see in the options? Is this option, my dear students, is this option same like option D? Yes or no? I hope everybody is understanding this concept. My dear students, please understand, a simple question, but you can see what depth we have learned this. We can also express coefficient of viscosity in terms of MKS. Say that the options are changed and they give in terms of Newton second per meter square or Newton meter square per second, and they change the option. So when they talk about MKS, this is the answer. Say they change the question and they say write in terms of CGS. So what will be my answer? It is dyne second per centimeter square. And now what was asked in the question? The question was asked as SI unit. So SI unit, my right answer is option D, that is kg per meter second. So students, that's the beauty of physics. You can see that one simple question, but a lot of varieties. So a simple question can be asked in 3 different ways. So if I change this as, say now I'm changing the question, I change this question as say MKS. So what will be my answer? I hope I'm getting those answers there. So say that I change this question as CGS. So what will be my answer? I hope I'm getting that answers there. So that's how you need to solve the competitive level questions. It's very simple. Keep things simple. Okay. So if you can see, the way I have solved this problem was I have attacked the word viscosity. I played with the formula of viscosity and all the rest you can see here. So my dear students, now let's move on to the next question. So you can see here, the question says, the ratio of the SI unit to the CGS unit of modulus of rigidity is. Now, if you have understood the previous technique, what I was using, I was playing with the terms. So can you all tell me which term I'm going to attack now? Yes, the answer is correct. I'm going to attack the term that's nothing but modulus of rigidity. Now, my dear students, what do you mean by the term modulus of rigidity? So, modulus of rigidity is nothing but, it is shear stress by shear strain. Right? I hope the concept is clear and correct. So, what is modulus of rigidity? Modulus of rigidity is nothing but shear stress by shear strain. Now, what do you mean by stress, my dear students? That's a basic concept. What do you mean by stress? Yes, so stress is nothing but, it is force per unit area, right? And what is strain? You already know it. Strain is nothing but, it is a change in dimension to the original dimension. So now they are talking about the ratio of SI unit to CGS unit. So first what I'll do is, we'll play with the technique. We will write the SI unit of the shear stress, because we know that strain does not have any unit. The unit gets cancelled. Why? Because it is change in dimension to the original dimension. So it gets cancelled. Yes. So now shear stress. So let's play with the unit. The SI unit of force is nothing but Newton, and the SI unit of area is nothing but meter square. I hope everybody is clear till here. So what is the SI unit of force? The SI unit of force is Newton and the SI unit of area is meter square. Now recall the previous question. We wrote Newton as what? Mass into acceleration. So can I write the same thing? Mass into acceleration divided by meter square. Yes or no, my dear students? Can I write it in this way? Now let me simplify this equation. So can I write this equation as, or this formula or this unit as kg m to the power minus 1 and s to the power minus 2 So when I simplify this unit, can I say that I get it as kg meter to the power minus 1 s to the power minus 2. So can I say that this is in the standard unit or in the SI unit? So my first task is done. Now my second task is nothing but, you can see the question says in CGS unit. So my dear students, what is CGS? CGS stands for centimeter, gram, second. So now kilogram in terms of, if I write in terms of CGS, can I write it as gram? Meter, if I have to write in terms of CGS, can I write it as centimeter? And then second remains as it is. And now they have asked me the ratio of standard unit, that is the SI unit, to the CGS unit of what? Modulus of rigidity. So can I write the same thing? So minus 1 and s power minus 2. Yes or no, my dear students? So now what happens here? I have to find out the ratio in terms of SI unit to CGS unit. So when I convert this kilogram to grams, what will I write? I will write it as, so I write it as 1000 grams, or say I write it as 1000. Okay, so I write it as 1000, and now I have to convert what? I have to convert this meter to centimeter. You know that 1 meter is how many centimeters? It is 100 centimeters. Yes or no? But you can see that it is meter to the power minus 1. So can I write this as, can I write the same thing as 10 power 3 into 10 power minus 2. Now some of you might have a question. Why am I writing as 10 power minus 2? I know that, let's summarize this now. I know that when I convert this kilogram to gram, I have to multiply by 1000. So I can write it as 10 power 3. Agree? Super. Now when I write meter to centimeter, I have to write it as 1 meter is 100 centimeter. I can write it as 10 power 2. But now why am I writing as minus 2? I hope you can see here. You can see the formula, right? So 10 power plus 3 and 10 power minus 2. What is the answer you get? Can you pick the options? Can you pick the options here? Yes, I can get that answer. So the right answer is nothing but option D. So 10 power minus 3 into 10 power minus 2, we get the answer as 10. So my dear students, I'll give you one simple and easy technique now. The moment you see this question in future, that is the ratio of the standard unit to the CGS unit of modulus of rigidity, just remember, just keep this in mind. The answer has to be 10. Keep that in mind. So there are few questions in CET. You can also say in NEET. You can also say in, your JEE Mains or JEE Advanced, where few questions will be a direct question which you have practiced in your past. So you need to keep those answers in your mind. So you cannot waste this much time, because you know that you hardly get 1 minute or few minutes to solve these problems. And when you have already solved these problems in past, it's better you remember a few answers. Yes? So my dear students, let's move on to the next problem. So you can see that most of the problem what I'm solving today is all related to your MKS, CGS, SI. So I'm doing all these kind of problems. Why? Because these are important, my dear students. See, whether it appears or doesn't appear, that is secondary. But we need to build our knowledge. We need to build the concepts. We need to understand. Why? Because these things will help you somewhere or the other. That's for sure. So now let's see the question. The density of mercury is 13,600 kilogram per meter cube. Why it's kilogram per meter cube? You know that density is mass by volume. See, again I'm talking about basic. Okay, basics, all those basics come into picture. So density is mass by volume. So it is 13,600 kilogram per meter cube. Its value in CGS system will be. So my dear students, I want you all to try this question. And I'm sure by now, after solving all those previous questions, there will be few of you who can solve this problem for me. Okay, so let's try it out. So now you know that the density of mercury is given as 13,600 kilogram per meter cube. And the question says you need to convert this into CGS, that is centimeter, gram and second. In that terms you need to convert. So 13,600, if I have to convert kilograms to grams, how do I do it? Yes, I multiply by 1000. Now, how do I convert meter to centimeter? Yes, I'm getting those answers. You have to multiply by 100. But my dear students, some of you will commit this mistake and you will fall into that trap. Please be careful and be smart. The question, if you see here, it is meter cube. So what I need to do here? Can I keep it as just 100? No, I need to multiply 100 into 100 into 100. And now comes my favorite steps in mathematics, which is very easy. Okay, and everybody would love doing this. What you need to do? Cancel all the zeros. So can I cancel this and this? This number and this number, yes or no? So can I cancel from here and from here? And can I cancel one from here and one from here? I'm sure most of you have loved doing the steps. Now you can see that on the numerator you have 136 and the denominator you have 10. So what is 136 divided by 10? So what's the answer you get? You get the answer as 13.6. But what is the unit, my dear students? The unit becomes now gram per centimeter cube. Now let's slowly look into the option and check if we have this option. So option A says 13.6 gram per centimeter cube. So you can see that this and this is matching. So I can say that the right answer for this option is option A. So my dear students, again I'm saying you, basics play a very important role in your competitive exams. So do not avoid these kind of questions. If you are thorough enough, it will hardly take 10 seconds to solve this problem, because you can see the mathematics behind this. Hardly very simple steps. Okay, so students, let's move on to the next problem, which is very important and interesting problem. So these kind of questions, they generally ask in our CET exams. So you need to be thorough and you need to understand the concept. But again, when you see these options, let's see the options. You can see dyne per centimeter square or centimeter cube or whatever. So again, you're seeing that these options are again linked with my basics. So now I hope you're understanding why I was solving those problems. There was a reason. There was a thought process. So now let's see this question. The equation P plus A by V square into V minus B is a constant. The units of A are the option A, dyne into centimeter to the power 5, dyne into centimeter to the power 4, dyne per centimeter cube, and dyne per centimeter square. By looking at this equation, I'm pretty sure half of you have collapsed. Why? Because you feel, oh God, how do I solve this problem? This is so difficult. Trust me, this is very simple. You again need to play with the formula, and I'm going to help you to solve these kind of problems. So let's pick up the equation. Very important, you need to understand what they have asked me in the question. They have asked me in the question the unit of A. So will I deal with this equation? Do I need this equation? I don't need. So just keep it away. So I am not interested in this equation. I am only dealing with this equation. So let me pick that equation. This P, you already know, it stands for pressure. So define pressure, my dear students. How do you define pressure? So pressure is nothing but force per unit area, yes or no? So pressure is nothing but force per unit area. How do I write down the unit? So can I say that the unit is nothing but Newton per meter square? So that's the unit. Next, I am interested in this term, that is A divided by V square. So can I say that it is basically V square stands for volume? So how do I define volume, or what is the SI unit of volume? So can I say that the SI unit of volume is meter cube? But there is a square. So can I write it as meter cube the whole square? Yes or no? Now let me put all the things together. So the unit for P is Newton per meter square. And the unit of A by V square is nothing but 1 by meter cube the whole square. But students, are we on the right track? Please think. Yes, we are on the right track, but what I need something in terms of dyne and centimeter, and here I have something in terms of MKS. So let me convert it into CGS. So the unit of this becomes what? It becomes dyne per centimeter squared, yes or no? And the unit of this becomes what? 1 by centimeter cube, the whole square. I am interested to find the value or the unit of A. So when I find the unit of A, what I need to do? Just multiply this by what? Centimeter cube, the whole square, yes or no? Correct. I hope you are getting the step, getting the concept. I have to find the unit of A, yes or no? So the unit of this and this is being multiplied there. So I get dyne per centimeter square into centimeter cube, the whole square, yes or no? So what do I get here? So I get this as dyne per centimeter square into centimeter to the power 6. So can I cancel something now? Again, the favorite steps in mathematics, that's cancelling. Okay, so I can cancel this square and remove 2 from here, so I remain with 4. So can I say that what I get the final step here, or the final answer? Dyne into centimeter to the power 4. Is this answer matching somewhere in our option? Please tell me. Yes. Can you see this option? Option B. So the right answer is dyne into centimeter to the power 4. So my dear students, as I said, and I hope that this problem was simple, not difficult. So never ever panic by seeing the question. Please understand, every problem has a solution. Okay, but it is up to us how we approach that problem, right? So please understand, once again, a simple technique, a simple thing I want to say. The moment in future you see this equation, the moment in future you see this equation and they say the options are in terms of, say, dyne and centimeter, that is nothing but CGS. Remember, it is dyne into centimeter to the power 4. So as I said, few answers has to be fed in your brain. You have to remember, it has to come out when it is needed. Yes. So my dear students, let's move on to the last problem for this session. I hope all the problems what we have solved till here or before this are crystal clear. I hope you have understood the importance of the basic concepts, how the basic concepts help me to understand higher level problems. So moving ahead, let's see this question. If x is equal to at plus bt square, where x is in meters and t is in hours, the unit of b will be, option A says meter, option B says meter per hour, option C says meter per hour square, and option D says meter square per hour. Now how do I solve this problem, my dear students? You must have studied about something called as principle of homogeneity. What does principle of homogeneity states? It states that the units on the left hand side must be equal to the units on the right hand side, yes or no? Now using a small shortcut technique, okay, I can get this solution. But I'm sure once again, when you saw this question, some of you must have panicked, like, oh, how do I solve this? How do I get the answer? I have not seen this question before. But now I hope you will get the solution when you solve any variety of questions from this concept. So let's learn the technique. So they are talking about the unit of B. Okay, so they are talking about unit of B. So which term I can push it away? I can ignore. Can you tell me? So I can ignore this term AT. Yes or no? I'm not interested. I don't want that. I'm not interested in AT. So I push it away. So AT goes off. So can I say that I am playing with this equation x is equal to bt square? Right? X is equal to bt square. And very interestingly, they have given me something related to x and something related to time. So if I write this equation, b is equal to x by t square, can I say it's nothing but meters divided by what is the unit of time? R, the whole square. So is this answer matching somewhere? Yes or no? Please look at the question carefully, look at the options carefully. Can I say that yes, it is matching with option C? Yes or no, my dear students? A very simple problem, very simple steps. We have not done some magic. We have just played with physics, just played with the formulas. So my dear students, I hope all the concepts are crystal clear. I hope you have enjoyed the session. But more than enjoyment, I hope you have learned something interesting. I hope you are falling in love with physics, basic concepts of physics. Okay, so don't think that physics is difficult. Trust me, physics is simple when you make your basics strong. So with this, we will wind up this session. But one more important thing I would like to tell you all is, please practice. Okay, so whatever I've done right now, whatever types of problems we have solved today's session, I would like you all to solve another 5 more problems. Pick any book. Don't particularly think that I have to purchase this book or I have to solve from here. Take randomly any 5 questions and try to solve. And I'm sure at least out of 5, you will get 3 or 4 correct. Okay? So with that, let's wind up the session, and please come next time prepared with the concept dimensional analysis. Thank you so much.